I'm not surprised, motherfuckers.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Courtside Soundoff podcast. Once again, I'm Josh and Angel. As always, welcome by the one and only man of the hour, too sweet to be sour. We're in a good mood this week. It's my friend and yours, Angel Ortega. Man, I'd say we have a lot to discuss. I wouldn't say it's a lot. Normally, I say we have a lot to discuss. It's a weird week. I'm not gonna lie with you. We have obviously UFC Abu Dhabi card to go ahead and go over. Which, to be fair, I actually thought it was a fun card. There were some good highlights. But then we have a UC Apex card. And I'll say this, I actually like this main event a lot. It's a short notice one, but this card is it's a diehards card. That's the nice way to put it. It's a diehards card, man. It's not excellent. We have a little bit of news to discuss. As always, though, we should go ahead and mention our sponsors, Rogue Energy, ELYXR, and BetMGM. Rogue Energy to keep me fueled up, whether I'm at home, whether I'm at the gym, or whether I'm in Miami, like it was this past week, just on a little trip, Fort Lauderdale, that kind of area. You know, they got me where I needed to go. I was fueled up, I was energized. They can help you as well stay energized with code Soundoff. Check out code Soundoff for 10% off of all their amazing products. Meanwhile, ELYXR, they get you really high with their Delta 9 products, Delta 8 products. They got it all, man. Joints, gels, and you can get it as well. Code Soundoff for 10% off at checkout. Once again, code Soundoff, 10% off at checkout. Lastly, BetMGM. Guys, look, there's some opportunity to make some money on this UFC card. UFC Vegas 108 going down from Las Vegas this weekend. So go ahead and follow the link down below. You can get it to $1,500 in bonus bets paid back. That's if you do not hit on your first entry with BetMGM. If you're having any problems, contact 1-800-GAMBLER. But if not, if you want to have some fun with us, go ahead and follow the link down below. Angel, I said at the top, man, I almost said UFC Vegas, UFC Abu Dhabi going down to the Etihad Arena. And they have these fight nights. They go to Abu Dhabi a couple times a year, and they always have these fight nights, which are always more, they're pumped up more compared to other fight nights going on around the globe. In the main event, I wouldn't say a title eliminator, but Reinier De Ridder might be the next title contender at 185 pounds with the split decision win over the Reaper, Robert Whittaker. Look, man, it was a back-and-forth fight. You got to give credit to Reinier De Ridder, kind of staying in there. Like, he fights awkward. He's off balance a lot. He leaves himself open. Did Robert crack him a couple times in this fight? Yes, he did. But look, man, De Ridder staying in late, and also late whenever the fight was close, pressing him against the fence, doing the body work, throwing those short shots in the clinch, ultimately getting the decision win. First of all, I'll ask you, how did you score the fight? It was somewhat contentious. It was a split decision, and I'll get my thoughts on that in a minute. But how'd you score the fight, and what do you make of this win overall by Reinier De Ridder?
I mean, this is big time. This is a big time one, especially because I mean, we both picked Robert Whittaker on the show for one, and I really didn't have any idea. Like, I didn't know exactly how the path to victory would be. Like, I guess if there was going to be one path, it was going to be this one, which happened, which was going to be drawn out. A lot of clinch work, a lot of knees, and like try to keep this, try to have short exchanges and try to not let Rob fight behind that jab, which when he did and he was doing that, he would look great. He was on his shit. But when he did it, it was the complete opposite end of that. He was getting push against the fence, getting knees to the body, which, dude, those knees, holy fuck, right?
Yeah.
Not even just that, Ortega looked massive in there.
He looked like he was a weight class bigger than Robert Whittaker.
Yeah, I didn't think the size-wise it was going to look like that. But, I mean, it looked to be there. I mean, like you said, it looked like he could have been a 205 around there. And then, really, like I said, I had it the 1-4 and 5, which I think that's what a lot of people had if you had it for RDR. But it was a split, dude. I could have seen this going for. I wasn't even quite sure what the fuck the score was going to be at the end.
Yeah,
if I'm being completely honest.
That's fair. And look, I'll be upfront about this. I thought that Robert Whittaker deserved the nod. I gave him, off the top of my head, rounds 1, 3, and 5. In round 5 especially, I thought he did the much better work. Reinier De Ridder kind of being the more, like, obviously I said earlier, like, he was in the clinch, he was throwing a couple shots. For the most part, that's kind of him just pressing him against the fence. I thought Whittaker did better damage. But it was a close fight. Like, if he scored the fight for RDR, no complaints. Like there are some times where I go on here and I just rip the judges, but I thought it was a fine decision. It was an okay one to disagree on. It was a lot of activity from De Ridder, and I thought versus more efficient work from Rob Whittaker. Whenever it's a situation like that, it can get a little bit weird on the scorecards, but still, I thought it was a fine win for De Ridder. But now it kind of sets the stage, right? Enough about who deserved the nod. You take a look at the 185-pound landscape. Where finally, fingers crossed, actually, we're going to see Khamzat Chimaev versus Dricus du Plessis very, very soon for the 185-pound title. But then you take a look at the rest of the division, it's like, Imavov is number one, but does he deserve a title shot? I mean, Corpus of Izzy, a couple of other unimpressive wins for the most part in that stretch, I would say.
Is he not scheduled against Cabahalia?
I think he is, but obviously he's going to be fighting him September 6th. Kyle Brawley, number 6, funnily enough. So the winner of that is a title contender, and you could put them, at this point, it's either the winner of that or it is RDR, who's now ranked number 5. Dude, in a guy who just got signed last year, already within the top 5. And by the way, seemingly making big improvements. If you would have asked me after that Judo Mishar win, if this guy would be top 5 at any point, I'd think you're fucking crazy. Because I didn't think he looked bad in that one. I remember defending him on the show, but I didn't expect him to be here, especially this quickly. How do you feel about him potentially getting a title shot? And how do you envision future matchups with the likes of DDP, Khamzat, God forbid, Sean Strickland, if they want to go that route? I think it'd be the worst route to go, but UFC likes to do that sort of stuff.
I think those are all fun fights. Like, genuinely. I think for him, like, at this point, everything's going to be fun and interesting. I don't think you can really go wrong with him unless you give him the Sean Strickland round. Which, I mean, we might get to him later on the show. That's a whole other conversation.
Yeah.
But, no, I mean, he's in a great spot right now. I think he just needs to see how the division plays out here in a month, especially with that fight going down. To be honest, though, I think if one of those guys has a pretty, like, stellar performance or gets, like, really sick finish, I mean, it's probably going to be one of them, too.
Yeah.
Which I feel like it's going to be more likely.
Yeah, I would agree with you.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of fun fights you can make, and in my opinion, win-lose, I don't really care how it goes. You book him against DDP next. I understand that even, like, would he deserve a title shot more than Braulio or Imavov with a win? I don't know. But that's why I'm kind of leaving the wiggle room of, like, if he loses, you run that fight. But also, I just think, like, that's such a fun fight. Like, that's such a weird fight. Like, there's not many opportunities you can have the chance to make a fight like that between two guys for a UFC title. It'd be weird as fuck. It'd be really, really... And also, the backstory of, like, I mean, DDP was a kind of a KSW guy. Like, he had a run there, you know what I mean? Like, versus a guy won championship, De Ridder. Like, it's kind of funny. We talked about last week about how, like, guys outside of the UFC, they come to the UFC and they still don't get respect even if they win. You know what I mean? They just kind of get ignored and be like, oh, man, guys outside of the UFC suck. That'd be a crazy story whenever you think about it. Two guys from outside promotions who eventually came in and put on a hell of a run and meeting in the top of the division. That'd be a lot of fun.
And both kind of looked down upon, right?
Especially I'd say DDP. Especially DDP.
For quite a while. I feel like now he's kind of earned his flowers. I think people are even still kind of hesitant over the RDR, especially because this was a split here.
Yeah, exactly. And it was a split, but I'll admit it. I didn't expect him to win this fight. I thought Whittaker was going to take more advantage of the fact that he leaves himself pretty wide open. And he did at some points, but...
I mean, he dropped him, for God's sake.
Yeah, I mean, there you go. But it's just, like, the pressure from De Ridder, and also, like, he had the gas tank to go late whenever I didn't think he did. I mean, there were times in the UFC run already where he's gotten gassed out very, very early. But, and look, he wasn't doing the most effective work in round 5, but, I mean, he was still moving forward, and that's all you can really hope for in championship rounds, man. The opposite side, of course, we have to throw this out there. 3 for Robert Whittaker. You're talking about a legend, an all-time great at 185. Now 34 years old. He's lost 2 in a row. Some people are calling, some people, I say, as in, like, MK guys. You know what I mean? They're kind of hinting and maybe he should look for the door. I don't agree with that necessarily. I mean, this is a guy that just 6-7 months ago, we were talking about fighting for a title. If he could get through Khamzat in late October/November, he ended up losing that fight. That was a title eliminator, though. He obviously coming off. He was
a favorite in this fight too, right?
Yeah, I believe so. I mean, it's a very I think RDR might have closed the slight favorite, but it was damn near even odds. I still think he has a lot to offer, but is this the right weight class for him at this point in time? He's teased to move to 205 multiple times, Angel. I mean, I'm not the guy. Normally, I'm the guy like, man, maybe you should bulk up and just move. But like after watching him against De Ridder, it's like, dude, maybe you should move to 170 if you're gonna move anywhere. I think maybe you should just focus on having some fun fights and maybe be the Dustin Poirier at this point in your career. You're 34 years old. Have some fun fights, and if you can get yourself in a position to fight for a title, sick. If not, hey, he had a hell of a run.
I wonder how many fights he has left on his contract. Because if he doesn't have that many, like if he has 4, fight it out, but just kind of enjoy yourself. And like, if you do get yourself on a 3-fight win streak and kind of position yourself in a position to fight for a title again, I mean, fuck it, so be it, right?
Yeah, I think you should do fights. Maybe, I mean, time's ticking. Like, how much time does he have left? Not a lot. Maybe you run a guy, him against Paulo Costa again. That'd be a fun fight. They haven't fought in a few years. He never fought Vittori. That'd be a fun one. He's coming off a couple losses himself. You know what I mean? Like, maybe you can have him fight a younger guy, but I don't know. Like, I think there's a lot that Robert Whittaker still has to offer. Maybe not more than like 4 or 5 fights, but that's still something. And I didn't think he looked bad here. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm kind of shocked at how much people are kind of writing him off after this fight. Not in the way of like him being a champion. I didn't expect that to be, but like he's 34. He's at 185. Guys in this weight class can generally go a bit longer. So
he's not getting blown out of the water on these fights.
No, the only fight he's gotten blown out of the water in was the Hamza one. You know what I mean?
And that was insane.
Yeah, exactly. That was an incredible performance. Like, he took him down and broke his fucking jaw. Like, I no shame in him for losing that one. You take a look at the other losses. He got TKO'd by DDP before. And let's be clear, he was a huge favorite going into that one. But it was a close first round. He got caught in the second. You know what I mean? It is what it is. He lost to Izzy in the rematch. And it was a very, very close fight back in 2022. And then in 2019, he lost to Izzy by knockout. Those are his only losses in the last 6 years. Those 4 I just went over.
He lost to the elite of the elite.
The elite of the elite. And the only one that, like, even then, like, it was a split decision on Saturday. Like, it was a very close fight. I thought he won. So I'm
Isn't that crazy? Like, here we're having a different conversation. It was like, man, guys, we saw RDR then step up to that next level.
Oh my God, literally, we're one judge scorecard away from being like, is Robert Whittaker gonna fight for the UFC title again? Like,
but at the same time though, people might have devalued the win because of RDR not being able to show up here.
Oh, they would have.
You know how man, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy how different the narrative would be, and we would have been part of it. Let's be honest, we would have been part of it. We'd have been like, damn, maybe I guess RDR isn't ready for that next level. He couldn't beat Robert Whittaker here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know, man.
We would have been like, damn, he almost got finished in the third, you know, like that.
That's a good point.
That's what I'm saying. That would have been the conversation going into this week, but it didn't go like that.
One scorecard can make all the difference in the world.
Yeah,
one scorecard can make all the difference.
Career-defining moments.
Literally, man. I mean, this is kind of like 2 guys at both 34, by the way. Now they're completely different paths.
Because look, RDR is maybe 1 fight away from the title, or
he may even get it depending on what happens,
or maybe even get it. And if Robert Whittaker wins here, we're like, oh, shit, maybe like another fight or 2, and he's kind of in a good spot. Like that's the conversations we're looking at.
Yeah,
here.
like if honestly, if Whittaker wins this fight, I wouldn't be surprised they could have done like Sean Strickland when he gets a title shot. I mean, they've done weirder shit before.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like they really like running a few of those guys at the top.
I need to ask this because it got brought up on MK. Do you have any interest in the Izzy trilogy? Not really, right? It's kind of weird to say, at least personally. And to you, the audience,
I'll watch it. I mean, look, I'll watch it. I think that second fight, I think you could even argue that Whittaker had a backdoor decision in there. I wouldn't necessarily argue for it, but like, it was a fucking. People forget how close that second fight was, man. Like, I'm gonna look up the decisions. I'm actually curious if anybody gave it to him. Actually, yeah, like 5 of, I think looks like 5 of maybe 23, I'd say. So very much the minority, but yeah, a lot of people actually thought that Whittaker won. Actually, the fans 63% to 35%. I had no idea that it was that contentious. Granted, over the years, that's also confirmation bias. You probably, if you watched the fight last year, you're like, oh damn, Whittaker got robbed. You're more likely to go. But still, that's actually very surprising to me. I wouldn't hate it. Both guys have lost a lot recently.
And kind of lost to that same level. Like this is his Imamov kind of loss, right?
I would say yes, but not nearly as bad.
Not as nearly as
was not a finisher, and he got Izzy out of there pretty easily.
Yeah, that would.
So,
but I'm saying,
I see where you're coming from.
There's some similar parallels there. They both lost to Dricus recently.
They do. You know what? Fuck it, dude. Just do the equivalent of what you just did, like literally a few weeks ago for Holloway Poirier. Run this fight back in Australia and have them have their trilogy. And
what if they retired after that? What if that was like wouldn't that be the perfect send off?
It would be. It would be. I mean, I mean, like these guys were the best of their generation.
The main event, Shiana, Izzy on one end,
that would be
sick. On the other end.
That would be sick. You know what? I think we've talked ourselves into this.
Holy shit, we actually convinced ourselves.
You're liking it now, aren't you? You're kind of like, you know what? That'd be fun.
But in the hopes that they would be like a double retirement fight, though. That's the thing.
And I don't think they're there yet. No, I think Izzy. Well, Izzy's kind of weird too, because I wonder if Izzy if he moves to 205 and he puts on the weight the right way. I'm not even this one. I'm actually not doing a bid on because I always suggest weight changes, but this is a guy that's like talked about moving up to 205 repeatedly. He already did it once,
but not like perfectly though.
Yeah, but I also think 205 is just such a terrible division. I think he'd probably do okay. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
he's
fucking Alonzo Menefield is like 13.
He's
like,
top 8. Is he like top 8 at worst? Like if he does it right.
I mean, Volkan Oezdemir is number 9, and I think he beats Volkan Oezdemir. So at the very least, he's top 9.
I mean, shit, Carlos Ulberg's in there, right? And they're homies. Like,
I mean, Bogdan Guskov is number 10. It goes Bogdan, Volkan, Dominic Reyes, Alexander Rakic, Jamal Hill, Juan Vahovic, Khalil, Carlos Ulberg, Yuri, and then Alex Baya. Dude, he's top 8 at least. Like,
I know we're completely off topic here, but how do you feel about Roy's Ulberg that just got announced?
Dude, that is such a trap fight for Carlos Ulberg. I'm actually surprised he took that one.
I think he realized they're not gonna give him they're just not gonna securely give him a title. He's like, I'm gonna have to like get like another fight.
Yeah, but even like if there's a guy I don't want to fight right now, it's Dominic Reyes. There's nothing more dangerous than a man who's found his.
By the way, that's a fight that just hurts me, dude. It just hurts me because I like both guys so much.
I know, and you know what sucks?
I'm a blackjack enjoyer, dude.
But dude, I'm kind of the opposite way. Like I like blackjack a lot, but if you have Dominic Reyes going from to be all the way up here and go all the way down to essentially like he could have gotten cut after he lost to Ryan Spann and it wouldn't have been crazy. You know what I mean? To now being all the way back, if he were to lose and get that close to the title again, it'd actually break my heart. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. It'd be so depressing.
Dude, it's part of the fight game though, dude. It's part of the fight. And what if Ulberg gets like a finish too?
From a 4-fight losing streak with all those being knockouts to now 3 wins in a row, all by knockout. That's the Dominic Reyes story. So for him,
I feel like Reyes probably campaigned for that fight hard.
Oh man, and you know what? It's winnable, dude. I mean, I like Carlos Ulberg, but that man is there to be hit. Like he really likes getting to the brawl sometimes. So if he gets a little bit dicey, he could absolutely leave himself open. And Dominic Reyes just a brutal 1-2 down the pipe. You know what I mean? The guy has. I love that fight, man. I'm really happy you brought that one up. So yeah, I love that fight.
Isn't that shit gonna be? Is it the fight in Qatar?
I believe so. Yeah. Yeah, that one's at the closer to the end of the year. I'm psyched for that one.
I think like October time.
Yeah, dude. If Dominic Reyes gets another title shot, what a fucking story.
Years, dude.
Years after the whole John thing.
And if you won it too, God, they'd have to make a movie out of that, right?
Yeah, that gets me fired up, bro. That gets me fired up.
That's what we watch.
They'll do the Tatiana Suarez thing, and then like
this is why we watch fights. That's why I watch fights. God
damn it, dude. Yeah, this is why you watch fighting.
We digress.
Yeah, we digress because we'll move on to the co-main event. We spent about time on the main event. Co-main event kind of went the way I expected. Petr Yan ends up winning a unanimous decision over Marcus McGee. Marcus McGee, kind of what I expected though. He showed up in the way where he made Petr Yan struggle a little bit. Obviously Petr Yan always a bit of a slow start. He lost round 1, unsurprisingly rallies back and just.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say dominates, but just some clean striking and him getting a decision win.
I'd say McGee resilient, right? Like showing that he wasn't going to back down from the challenge. He was going forward. He was moving forward. He took some heavy shots. I think he maximized what he could do in there. I will say, I think he showed his value to his division though. It shows like, hey, look, I'm not that far from this.
Mm-hmm.
There is a gap, but throw me in there. Maybe I can build up to it. Maybe I can get to it.
This is what you want to see out of a guy who, like, this is the absolute best case scenario you can hope for when it's a guy who's number 12 versus number 3.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, this is a guy who, Marcus McGee is 35. He's a 35-year-old prospect.
He didn't get bombed out of there.
I don't think he had his first pro fight until he was 30. Like, at bantamweight. Like, the guy's an incredible story, you know? And then, obviously, Petr Yan, former champion. So the fact that he performed as well as he did is kind of inspirational in that aspect. But for Petr Yan, it's another night at the office. I mean, he was landing some sick stuff in there. But he kind of did a little bit of a Dan Hendo at one point. I think in round 2, he kind of did like a little inside leg kick, just chopped him and then hit him with a fucking huge overhand right and backed him up to the cage. Like great stuff from Petr Yan on Saturday. I saw that one being clipped around. Yeah, excellent striking. Kind of what I expected. Is it enough for him to fight the winner of Merab Corey Sandhagen? Is that enough for you, Angel? 3-5 winning streak now for the former champion.
I mean, I don't know, dude. No. I don't
know. Okay.
I don't know. I'm not satisfied with this. Like, I just don't have a lot of interest in that fight.
Interesting.
But at the same time, it's like, who the fuck do you give to Merab, right?
That's the other side of it, right? Like, at this point, you take a look at the division. If he beats Corey Sandhagen, which I love the Sandman, that's a really tough fight for him to take. The rest of the division. Sean O'Malley already beat him twice. Umar already beat him. No fight.
Dude, he's kind of doing he's doing the Izzy right now at 85.
Yeah,
like, he's kind of doing some rematches now.
Yeah, he is, and he's clearing it out. Dude, you know what sucks is Alexander Pantoja has no interest in bantamweight. But like, honestly though, if Merab wins his next fight, and obviously Pantoja beats Joshua Van, I feel like that'd be kind of the perfect fight to make. Because at that point, there's nobody left,
and also they're not like extremely young either, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like for Pantoja, it would kind of sort of makes sense, right? Where it's like, well, I only have so much time at 25 realistically. fuck it, let's do
Yeah.
a fun, and his legacy is solidified at 25. Like, no one can take that away from him. Like, he might be, I mean, fucking, especially if he beats Vape, I think is undoubtedly, unquestionably, probably, I don't know if there's a hot take here, maybe the second best flyweight of all time.
No, I think he's already there.
You think he's already
I
there?
don't know. Is that really controversial? Who would you put above him?
I don't know. I feel like maybe people would try to do like a Cejudo argument in there for some reason because he beat DJ.
I think Cejudo is higher all time on the GOAT list, but not on the flyweight list. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? Like, he won the title, and then essentially, I mean, I guess he beat the corpse.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know how people feel.
Yeah.
We hear all these crazy opinions and takes all the time.
Yeah, I'd have to look more into that, see what the consensus is. But yeah, I mean, for me, Pantoja is clearly already number 2 all time. I mean, all the title defenses, the pure dominance. And I like Joshua Van, but I mean, that's
and he's already repeating wins too now.
Yeah, and that's kind of the same thing for Merab. Like, I think Petr Yan deserves, and then for that to be clear, I already argued this before. Like, I thought he deserved it more than O'Malley already.
Do you think maybe they should throw the bag at those guys and try to promo that shit hard as fuck?
They probably, but they won't. They just won't do it. They don't give a shit about. It's not a marquee division flyweight.
I mean, it's a selling point. Like, they could develop it into it. Granted, once again, we're talking about them putting effort towards something, so that's a completely different story, right?
It'd be number 3 versus number 4 pound for pound.
Oh, dude, come on, it's right there.
Yeah, it is right there. I mean. And if Merab wins his next fight, he might even move to number 2. I mean,
and 2 pretty passionate fan bases, the Georgians and the Brazilians.
Yeah, man, I would like that, but that's the problem, man. Like, even then, it's like I think Merab probably runs through him, but it's like, what else do you do for Merab? It's like I think Petr Yan, does he deserve it more than the other guys? But I don't want to see him fight Merab.
There's actually a better question. Do you see a 45 move at all for Merab?
No, not even a little bit. I think it's more likely he moves to 125. I don't think he's a big 135er. You know what I mean?
Hey, man.
Maybe you've heard other things.
It's about challenges, though, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, fuck it.
But he's psychotic, so I could see him fighting Alexander Volkanovski. He's a straight up crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And they're both kind of close in age. They're both like I think there's a legitimate I think you could build some legitimate interest, probably more for I think hardcores. I think you probably build more. Well, I don't know. I think the hardcores would love both fights. I think they love Pantoja and Merab, and I think they could also love Volk and Merab.
Yeah. I would rather see probably Pantoja. I think that's probably a closer fight. I just Google this right now. Merab said he would not fight Volk, so he's not interested in it. So there we go. That we kind of put a nail in the coffin on that.
It's hard because both guys seem pretty same with Pantoja. He seems pretty no interest in 35. Like, he shut that shit down a while ago too.
Yeah, I mean, Pantoja said last month he's more interested in defending the title than fighting duels. Really, he didn't shut it down entirely, but he actually said was money talks, and the UFC wants me to move 10 pounds.
Once again, going back to it though, what I told you, like, maybe should they throw the bag at these guys to just even have that as a choice?
It's fun, and I would watch it, but I mean, I wouldn't hate it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how competitive it would be, but I don't hate it. And like I said, I think Petr Yan probably deserves a title shot if we're being like meritocracy and like, oh, shit matters. Like, it's an actual sport. Like, it's not an actual sport. Let's be honest here. We're WWE, but with like real fights. But he already got 50-43 by him. It's not. He's done enough to earn it, but do I want to see it? No. I'd rather see Merab fight somebody new. And Pantoja would be fun. But even then, it's like, you take a look at the rest of the division. I'm psyched for the Corey fight. I think Corey Merab will be fun as fuck, whatever way it goes, no matter what. But then you take a look, it's like, dude, I mean, it's Sean O'Malley, Umar, Piotr, Corey Sandhagen, who's going to fight Song Yadong, Davidson Figueroa, Marlon Vera, Mario Bautista, Rob Font. That's it.
And Yadong's kind of in a weird spot, too, where he needs to build up some wins.
Fucking Ayman Zahabi has, arguably one of the best cases. He's number 10. He's like a 38-year-old fucking bantamweight, and he's one of the top guys.
Zahabi is a bantamweight?
Yeah. Do you think he's at 140? I think you're thinking because the Aldo fight.
I'm thinking Yusuf Salam. My bad.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Got you. Yeah. Zahabi is on a good win streak right now. I'd rather give him the title shot over Petr Yan, honestly. But
there's just no fan interest for that.
Just because it's something new. It's something new. You know what I mean? I feel bad for Petr Yan because Petr Yan, I feel bad this whole conversation is devolving into why he doesn't deserve a title shot. But yeah, I mean, he looked great on Saturday. I just don't really have much interest in seeing him fight Merab again. It's unfortunate. He's in a bad spot.
It's entirely because of the way he lost, right? It's literally all just that.
I mean, it's one thing to lose, but dude, that was the one where it's like, oh, fuck.
It's hard to believe there's going to be a way that he's going to be able to beat him.
Exactly. I mean, he had nothing in that fight. Even Sean O'Malley. Whenever we argued who should get the title shot, who should get a rematch, Yan or O'Malley. It's I said Yan because he had the winning streak, but you're O'Malley won a round. It's like, well, that's a good point. O'Malley won one round, but like still that's miles better than Petr Yan, who got 50-43. So I think he textured for 45, but I remember scoring for 43. Yeah, I mean, it was terrible. It was a terrible fight for him. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. Bantamweight's still an incredibly fun division. Marab is at the top, and that court fight isn't too far from now, which I really do appreciate.
And dude, honestly, like, fuck, dude, I hope Petr Yan was 2-3 years Dagestan forget, dude, because that's what we need in there to beat fucking Marab.
Literally, dude. And you know what? Maybe he'll come out with that. Maybe he'll come out with just some slick fucking wrestling. Like maybe he will. I'm not. Who knows?
He's fucking Habib out there,
dude. You just fucking Graham.
Talk now. Could you imagine?
Oh my god, dude, I love that.
That'd be some elite shit talking there between them two.
Yeah. Taking a look at the rest of the card, man. Sharbutin Magomedov defeating Marc-Andre Barriol. He got his nose just destroyed. Like, holy shit. Worst break in a long time, I thought. Bleeding everywhere. Still got the win. I think we figured out his level now. He's a really fun guy, but I don't know how much further he'll get than that. Like,
he's kind of like an 85 gatekeeper, too.
Yeah, he's right at the bridge of the rankings. Like, he like 15, 16, somewhere around there. You know what I mean? He's fun, but I'm not sure how much further he'll go than 15 or 16. Also, Amabalayev, our boy, defeating Jose Ochoa. Good performance out of the flyweight.
Yeah, Ochoa alive too, 24 years young.
Yeah,
I know the run hasn't been perfect in the UFC, but like he's in there doing the damn thing. He's in there holding his own. It's which is like everybody he's fought, I think, has had like either maybe not in every single, but at least like more experience than him, or had more amateur fights, just had more time in cage compared to him.
And also, Amabalayev is one of these guys where we're kind of hope he breaks through. Granted, he is coming off I think he just recently lost to Cape, if I remember correctly. We were kind of hoping like maybe he can break through, and then he lost. Like
he was just having trouble with that speed, man.
Yeah, who doesn't?
But he also got fouled to shit in that fight.
There was a lot of stuff going into that one, so I still have hope for Oscar.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like there was also like he got eye poked like 3 times.
It's funny because we were talking about Marab, like he has no contenders left. I just think Pantoja has a few guys he could fight. They just have to break through. And I think Oscar was one of those guys.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. That's what it is at 25. At 25 is these guys coming through. I mean, fuck the guys in the main event this weekend. Yeah, that we'll be talking about guys in the following week too.
Yeah,
so. There's options. Yeah. By the way, this was the shock of the night for me.
I was really blown away by Bogdan.
I actually felt sad.
Yeah. Krylov, who we talked about this before, a guy who's just like he feels like he's this close to getting a title shot repeatedly in his UFC career. And by the way, vet now in Krylov, like we're going on 10 years of that guy.
I mean, dude, 41 fights.
Yeah. Gets just brutalized. And by the way, this is the second fight in a row where he's been knocked out in the first round.
He got punished though. He got big time punished. You saw the finishing sequence, right?
Yeah.
Throwing those naked leg kicks.
Yep.
Just right down the pipe.
Just brutal. That's not something you do. But this is a guy that had not been. This is like literally the first time he'd ever been knocked out, like put out cold, was the Dominic Reyes fight, and now it's the second fight in a row he's been put out cold. It's like fuck, dude, that's a bad omen. It's a really bad sign for your career. His first, dude, this show. Oh my god, I never realized how long Krylov's been around. I said 10 years, dude. He debuted UFC 164, 2013, Benson Henderson versus Pettis. Like that's fucking insane. He was fighting at heavyweight. He knocked out Walt Harris that year. That's crazy. But I digress. I feel bad for Krylov, but for fucking Uzbekistan Anthony Smith, hell of a win, man. We're on the path, and hey, he's the next finisher in the division. 18 wins, 18 finishes. I'm with it.
By the way, 4-fight win streak. Outside of the Vulcan fight in here that was his debut, it might have been short notice. I can't remember.
If I remember correctly, it was. I don't remember who Vulcan was supposed to fight, but I remember.
Granted, Zach Paga, who bombed out of the UFC, now fighting Karate Combat. Ryan Spann, who's at heavyweight now, who's had his own struggles at 205.
Yep.
Billy Alanka, who, I mean, he's just young and fresh in the promotion. Like, doesn't have a lot of, like, building up experience fighting at this elite level. Not a top 15 guy, but who knows? Who knows what he could develop into, right?
Yeah.
Not necessarily like a surging talent either, I'd say, but he's fighting at this level and trying to do his best.
Yeah.
Krylov, though, I mean, that's an elite win.
That's a very, very good win. And it's interesting where he's going to go from here, man.
Can you pull up the 15? I'm actually kind of curious who.
Top 15?
Yeah. You tilt it for me just so I can
get top 15, 205 pounds. Bogdan Goskov now number 10, right in front of him. Volkan Oezdemir, Dominic Reyes, Racic, Hill, Blachowicz, Roundtree, Olberg, Prohashka, Peja. That's the lineup.
This might sound crazy. Do you run Hill Guskov?
I wasn't thinking it until you said it, but now that you said it, I'm loving it. We're running.
Or do we do a Volkan Oezdemir rematch?
No, I don't think it's that time yet. I mean, I think they can rematch somewhere down the line. I don't think it's been that long though. It's only been like a year and a half. And Vulcan, for his part, like I said, I would like a rematch between them at some point, but not next. He's coming off that loss to Olberg. I don't know. I mean, I like the Hill fight more.
I'm not like the other choices. Like I don't know if Rocket would take that fight, and Blachowicz is kind of in limbo.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, Blachowicz is in a weird spot. I think Hill would take it.
I feel like Guskov maybe could sneak a Blachowicz fight in there. Like if they needed him, like maybe he could get that.
He could. I mean, he's not that far away from him in the rankings. Hill, I honestly think probably needs more of a tune-up, but if he's I don't think the UFC really does tune-ups, so they're probably gonna run. I could see them running that fight. Yeah, I mean, it'd be fun.
They should fight like Alonzo Menifield. They might have already fought already.
I was about to say, like, that's literally the perfect fight to make if I'm Jamal Hill, Alonzo Menifield.
Did they already fight? I have a weird feeling they already fought. I don't know why.
I think you're wrong.
Oh, okay.
Correct.
Maybe,
yeah,
maybe we should run that one.
Yeah, I think Jamal Hill needs a tune-up. I mean, 3 losses in a row, but finish it. Not actually.
He has to fight like pretty deep down the rankings until he's
3 losses in a row, all pretty lopsided, and also he had the Achilles tear in the middle of that. Like, maybe guy needs time.
Actually, this is actually a better one. Maybe Krylov Hill.
That actually would make a lot more sense.
I think that one's the one.
Back-to-back knockouts for Krylov. Yeah, I wouldn't hate that.
Yeah.
For Guskov, though, future's bright. We'll see what he does. Bryce Mitchell, though, at bantamweight. I mean,
man,
wow. You want to talk about a fight slipping away from a guy? Said Nurmagomedov.
This is the Said Nurmagomedov experience, though, right?
Like, I saw somebody online being like, Bryce Mitchell out Dagestani the Dagestani, and I'm like, have you guys watched fucking Said Nurmagomedov? Like, that's not his thing, man. Like, that's not who he is, you know? Knocking out Bryce Mitchell, actually, with the knee. Bryce Mitchell admitting post-fight. He was like, yeah, man, that must have been a great highlight. I don't remember it. You know, like that's, you know what I mean? Like he actually got put out very briefly by the knee, but Bryce Mitchell coming back, getting the takedowns, using the grappling.
Dog was saying he was praying during the fight, dude, because it was just hell in there.
Dude, yeah. I mean, Bryce Mitchell, man. Bryce Mitchell.
I gotta give him credit, though. Did you see his little video he did afterwards?
No, what did he do?
He's like 2-3 year Arkansas forget. I gotta give him credit.
That's pretty funny.
I gotta give him credit.
That's pretty
a guy
funny.
who doesn't market himself a lot. Like, that was pretty good. I gotta give it to you, Thug Nasty.
Yeah, for real, dude. Oh man, that's pretty funny. Nonetheless, I think that if you're gonna go ahead and take a look at Bryce Mitchell, there's a lot of fun fights you could do for him at 135. I didn't really think it was the start of the fight. You know what I mean? He really did prove me wrong. I'm gonna go ahead and admit
I really don't know how far he's gonna make it, though. He could prove me hella wrong here, but I really genuinely don't know.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I feel like fights at 35 can definitely get tricky to him. Even like a Jonathan Martinez type. Granted, though, once he gets him down, I do actually
kind of difference.
That's the difference, though, right?
Yeah, he's an interesting guy to keep an eye on at 135. He impressed me here. I did not think he was going to do as well as he did, especially once he got knocked down. I'm like, all right, yeah, here we go. All right, that's what I was expecting. But no, great rally by him. I'll give him credit where it's deserved.
Dude, the boomers of the cards. The next two.
Yeah, Muslim Salikov knocking out Carlos Leo Miranda in the first round. I mean,
holy shit.
Perfect. Like, you can't say anything bad about it. A perfect win for him. Good
41-year-old boomer did it.
The 41-year-old boomer. Yeah. Shout out to him, man.
They were hyped in the audience for that.
Well, I mean, he's a fun guy, man. He is 41, but like he's on a 35 winning streak with a couple of those being brutal knockouts. Like, fucking give Muslim Salikov a fun guy, man. Like he found the fountain of youth. I remember when he got finished by Leach. I was like, oh fuck, he's done. Like it's just and here we are. Like now, you know, tables have been turned. But also shout out Davey Grant, the other boomer, taking on Damon Blackshear, 39 years old, and pulling it out. Like I thought, like
by the way, 4-1 in his last 5 fights, and one of those is a split decision to Daniel Marcos.
Yeah, at 135 pounds, bro. That is insanity. Insanity to me. Good stuff out of Davey Grant.
Dude, what the fuck do you do with this guy, though? You know what I mean?
No idea.
Like, do you maybe sneak him in there into the bottom 15?
I think he's earned a Montel Jackson fight, something like that. You know what
right?
I mean? Like, I really do think so. Kyler Phillips, somebody in that wheelhouse.
And whatever happens at that point, right?
Yeah, exactly. So I dig it. I dig it. Also on the undercard, and I mean no offense in the way that I'm going to say this, okay? I think if you get knocked out by Tabitha Ricci, I think that you might want to start looking for other things to do. And I don't mean that. And I actually like Amanda Ribas a lot. But this is her 3rd loss in a row, 4 of her last 5. Tabitha Ricci, one stoppage win heading into this fight. And it was on the regional scene years ago. I don't know what to say about it. I'm a big fan of Tabitha Ricci, but for her to dominate Hibas in that way was shocking. What'd you make of that fight? I'm actually very curious.
Epic finish.
Yeah.
Always, anytime the ladies get a sick finish like this on the feet, it's pretty brutal.
Yeah.
Good for Ricci though. By the way, her fitness was on point. Sure, like her, like genuinely, like in a respectful manner, like her conditioning was like, dude, it was insane. I hate to say it, but it was like Mackenzie Dern-esque.
Yeah.
With Mackenzie, and it's funny because she was. I think that fight was in Abu Dhabi for her, and she came in insane shape. This was also reminiscent of that. Granted, I can't remember who Dern fought in that. I think it was a way better opponent.
Yeah.
In comparison to Hibas.
Yeah.
But it kind of reminded me of that a little bit. And then she had the performance to follow it up. I mean, hopefully this is the start of something good.
Yeah, I agree. Well, and at this point, she's ranked number 7. Like, you're not far away from a title shot at this point. Now, granted, the 115 division has just been destroyed.
I feel like you got to build her up though. You got to build a lot of these gals up.
I agree with you. But she's at a point where I think she's earned a Mackenzie Dern fight, who's ranked just one ahead of her. You know what I mean? Like, I think that'd be a really fun fight. And Mackenzie Dern's won a few in a row in her own right. You could easily have the winner of that fight for the title. But this isn't a real division because we're still sitting here and we're waiting for Sean Whaley to fight somebody. So,
well, we're waiting for her to fight Verna Jindal.
I mean, just to be clear, yeah, that's who we're waiting for to fight. But I don't think it's gonna happen. I mean, I've never seen the UFC.
They're gonna be like, guys, we're doing Shevchenko versus Whaley in December.
This is the only good division the UFC has for women, and like they fumble it so. I mean, I guess 125 is pretty good too, but a bit top heavy. You know what I mean? Like, this is the only, I feel like, complete division they have top to bottom for women, and like they're just stalling it so hard. Like, it's crazy to me. But yeah, in a normal world, we'd already have Zhang versus Verna booked, and then you'd have Dern versus Ricci for a number 1 contender fight. I think that would make sense, but we don't. Shout out Billy Alenka defeating Ibo Aslan. Kind of a surprising one for me.
What a fucking terrible fight.
Yeah, not fun. But he got the nod, so it's a fight that happened. Stephen to win. I mean,
10 knockdowns. What the fuck was it?
I don't know what. Yeah, I mean, I believe it was 10 knockdowns, something like that.
It was insane.
Defeating Muhammad Yahya by TKO. I mean, he killed him. I mean, that there are very few fights where I'm watching them like actively scared, because I've watched fights long enough where it's like MMA and the long history of the sport. There's been like 2 people that have died, 3 people that have died total. None of them you see. They've all been terribly run regional events. I'm like weight cut
related.
I'm like watching this shit. I'm like, dude, please stop this fight, bro. Like, his eye is fucking like, oh my god, dude. Like, what are we doing here? But yeah, great performance of Stephen to win. At featherweight, we could use all the young blood we can get. So yeah, man, 10-2 out of Dallas. Fun guy. 32 years old, so we're kind of trying to pick it up. He's coming off a loss before this one, but I still think he's a very fun guy on the feet. See what he can do moving forward.
By the way, if I remember right, he beat a guy in the Contender who had like the most like tragic story ever, and it was just like, damn.
Was it one of those like, yeah, I'm fighting for my family who can't pay the bills?
So I'm looking at it. I looked at it. It was AJ Cunningham. I remember watching this on Tuesday night. And they had like a whole piece for him ready. And they're talking about him and how his dad was like super abusive and took advantage of him, and he would make him fight, and he would.
Oh my god, I know this one.
And then he made him take steroids. That made him take steroids, or like inject him with steroids. Made him take steroids he was like a child.
That's
in like this underground fights, and just like taking advantage of him in this way. And then it's like he's talking about it and like building up to like, you know, like getting to this point. And dude, go watch that fight. It is so sad because he was so tough in there. He really wanted to like find a way to win, dude. It was the most like, this is my life, I need to do this kind of moment. Genuinely, like if you have free time, go watch that one and text me and be like, dude, that's fucking heartbreaking.
Dude, that is absurd. Oh my god, bro. Holy shit. That's, I mean, I shouldn't say it, but it's also kind of funny too. But yeah,
I'll give credit to AJ Cunningham. He was a fucking dog, dude.
Yeah. Shout out Stephen to win though. Fun guy.
By the way, AJ did end up getting called the UFC.
Yes,
later
he
on,
did. Yes.
But fucking Ludwig Klein, fucking, that's a hard ass fight. And then he got Su Young Yu. Both one was a finish, another one was a loss. March 15, 2025. So this year, so he did get the UFC dream, but fuck, dude, I remember that, and him not getting the contract. I felt for him, dude. I really did.
That's crazy. That's brutal, dude. Oh my god.
It wasn't what was his name who fought Ilya in England?
Oh my god.
Is it wasn't Danny Roberts, was it?
No, let me see. It would have been,
I see the guy's face too.
Jai Herbert.
Jai Herbert, dude. Yeah. Fucking his dad had beat cancer, and they had him in the audience, and they showed his dad and everything. And
wait a minute, I think you're misremembering. Ilya fought on that card, but I don't think it was Ilya. It was Mike Grundy. Mike Grundy. Oh, well, I mean, maybe Jay Hybert had his dad dying too, but I remember this was Mike Grundy's retirement fight with his dad with cancer. Actively cancer.
Someone in the audience
in the
had
front
something
row.
going on.
And then he got submitted in 57 seconds. He got put out cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was something like that. I remember some fighter.
MMA is a one-of-a-kind sport.
Apologies, Jay Herbert.
Yeah. I just want to clarify that one before we moved on. Yeah, I'm happy I double-checked that.
No,
But
thank you.
Yeah. Opening up the card, though, Martin Buday defeating Marcus Buchecha.
I mean, guys,
I thought Buchecha won this one, but it was not a very good fight anyway.
If you listen to me, you would have made some fucking money this weekend, baby, because I called this one from a mile away.
Yeah. Unanimous decision win for him. I thought Buchecha won with the control time, but it wasn't a very good fight. Both guys, it was a heavyweight fight.
By the way, you know they had history. They had trained together years ago.
Well, see, now if I knew that going in, I would have picked.
But Buday he went to like a seminar that he was at, and they rolled and everything. So it was kind of. And Buday like reposted a picture on his Twitter, and he was like, "Hey man, like shout out to you. It was an honor seeing you again and getting to compete with you. It was actually really like Martin Buday. It was really heartfelt, dude.
I love that. I love that from Martin Buday.
I don't know. I really appreciate it. Here, I'm actually gonna forward it to you right now.
Yeah.
As we're live, it was literally, he literally quoted. He said, "Hustle until your idols become your rivals." It was an honor to share the octagon with the BJJ legend Marcus Buchecha. Had the chance to roll with him around 12 years ago in UAE World Pro Tournament. Last weekend we met again at UFC Abu Dhabi, fighting each other. Wish you all the best. And he just reposted pictures from 12 years ago, legend. The weigh-ins, and then later in the fight hotel. So
I love that.
Pretty cool moment right there.
That is pretty cool. Good for Martin Buday. I feel bad for Buchecha because at that point it's kind of like, I mean, I don't know.
They should have given him. They should have given him the Dontel Mays time, dude.
Dontel Mays, a Austin Lane, and I presume that's what he's gonna get next. But at that point, you mean
Lucas Bresky. Are they gonna bring back Lucas Bresky?
Fucking A, dude. Let's go.
Igor Porteria, heavyweight move. You know,
that's so funny. Anyways, we're gonna move on because that's all we got for UFC Abu Dhabi. It was a fun card. I mean, it was. I don't have too many deep thoughts on it. I mean, it was an okay card. It will look, I feel like, miles better compared to this card we have this weekend, which I said at the top of the hour. It's a hardcore card. That's the nice way of putting it. There's a lot of, I wouldn't say unknown, but a lot of young in their career prospects on here. There's a couple of fun fights, though. The couple that, you can definitely skip over. But we'll go ahead and talk about it. The main event. A short notice main event originally set to be Amir Albazi versus Tatsuya Tara. Instead, it's going to be Tatsuya Tara taking on Park Hun-sung. Due to an injury to Albazi, Park Hun-sung originally set...
Wait, another injury for Albazi?
I remember correctly? Yes, correct. I don't think we know the injury, but it was...
Dude, that's just devastating. This guy's just had the most tragic of careers with surgeries, opponent changes, with withdrawing from fights.
In a few years, he's going to be a what if he doesn't, bring it back.
Yeah,
which is unfortunate. You know what I mean? At one point he was 17-1. He had beat Cara France. Like, oh shit, is he the next guy? You know what I mean? So he lost to Shorty Torres, but then he got pieced up by Moreno after didn't he have a heart thing? And he almost died.
Yeah, he had multiple surgeries leading up to that. It was his first fight back after a long layoff.
Unfortunate, man. Very unfortunate. And then this this could have been a really good win for him if he got in there, but instead we have Park Hun-sung.
And also the different fight styles, right? More of a jiu-jitsu kind of style compared to a wrestling kind of control style. Especially a guy who Tatsuya Tara doesn't have a lot of development in the stand-up.
Yep.
Albazi, it's he can keep it pretty tight and together, right? Because obviously he didn't get caught by Kai Kara. Yep. So the matchup was, at least to me, infinitely much more interesting because of that. Especially because Hyun is so early in his UFC career. But
yep,
I'll let you continue.
Nonetheless, Park Hun-sung, this kid, 29 years old, originally set to fight Steve Erceg, no longer happening. So he's already in training. But nonetheless, he is 10-0, 9 wins coming by finish. The first kind of road to the UFC kind of guy to have success. Granted, we've gone over this in the past. A lot of those guys not very good at all. So it's kind of an easy way to, he stands above the pack very easily.
Well, they'll have a stinker kind of performance.
Yeah.
Our boy Reinier Nakamura, once he faced,
I know.
I can't remember if it was a fighter. from Azerbaijan, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Or one of those countries over there. And
Yeah.
it just ended up being just like, it was just such a sad performance.
Yeah. A lot of these World of the UFC guys have had sad performances, but I mean, hey, look, he is the best of the pack thus far.
It's funny because Reinier also fighting on this card.
Yes. Yeah, he's won a few in a row. He's last beat Carlos Hernandez. He's 10-0. He's outside the rankings, but I think you could have given him a ranking. It wouldn't have been that crazy. But obviously, Tatsuro Tara is just, he's a monster. He is 25 years old, out of Okinawa. He was 16-0 before he faced Brandon Royval. It was a very close fight. He ended up losing by split decision. Now he's back for his third main event in a row. I mean, I don't know the betting line for this one. I'm going to pull it up in a minute, but I'm going to tell you straight off the bat. This is Tatsuro Tara's fights to lose. I think Park Hyun-sung can make it wild in there. He can make it fun, but I don't think he's going to pull out the win. Currently, according to our friend Drew betting GM, minus 360 for Tatsuro Tara, plus 275 for Hyun-sung Park.
It's a high risk, low reward for Tyra, high reward, low risk fight for Park.
Correct.
He's fighting on short notice. He's fighting the ranked guy. He himself is not ranked. Obviously, Tyra, the ranked fighter. Also, he was scheduled originally to fight. This was his date. He's on track to weight. You know, like things are lined up for him to have some level of success here.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. He is a guy that is still very, very promising, even though he lost to Royval. I still think, like, dude, it just shows you that, like, flyweight right now, it might be the greatest division in the UFC. I mean, it's a crazy thing to say, but when you think about it,
it's that
like,
or welterweight, right?
Yeah, it's insane to say it, but like when you think about it, it's like Pantoja's killing it. But even then, like he has multiple young new guys on the rise. Like Joshua Van's gonna fight for the belt next. Tara's number 6. Even Park Hyun-sung is fucking not ranked.
Fucking Jose Ochoa, who lost this past week, was 24 and had 9 fights going into that.
Exactly. Also, Amabalaya's in the top 10. He's young. He's on the rise.
Cape,
like,
who talks shit, right? Who I haven't seen in a minute.
We haven't seen him.
You know, Muhammad Kayev, that guy is not in the UFC, but you know he's pretty good too.
Don't even get me started. But yeah, I mean the flyweights killing it right now. I think it's Tara's fight to lose, but yeah, man. I mean, like you can have him win this one and maybe fight. How would you feel against him versus Brandon Moreno? Would that be sick? Would that not get you fired up? You know what I mean?
I mean,
like,
I'd be down, but it seems like, dude, it might actually be Moreno Royval finally time.
That's true. I mean, a trilogy between those two would make a lot of sense.
It should have already happened, but that's besides the point.
Yeah, right.
You know, that's hey, now fuck it. You know?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you might as well do that fight, and both fights were so fucking good between them. Actually, technically, it would be the trilogy between them. So you get what I mean.
That's what I'm saying. Like the marketing's there.
Yeah. So let's run that one. But I like this main event a lot. But
also, it's Japan and Korea. Like competitively, these guys. I mean, obviously, there's some history involved in there too. But like notoriously, even in other sports, like there's a natural competitive there because of the history. So it's actually kind of cool because of that.
Exactly. It is a very fun fight. I love this as the main event. When I was kind of jokingly, I wouldn't say shitting on the card. I wasn't being that mean, but I mean it's a hardcore card. You get what I'm meaning when I'm saying that. Not a lot of people that would be known. This is not what I was referring to. This main event fucking rules. Like I'm actually very excited for this main event. Anytime the flyweights get shine, I'm there for it. It's unfortunate it's only in the UFC Apex, but dude, there was like 10 years. I remember at one point like. Here's the main events for like 10 years after the flyweight division was introduced. Here are the main events. It was like Demetrius Johnson, here's Cejudo Tada fights, and then like one fight night they had Moreno versus Pettis in Mexico City. That was it for like 10 years. Like they never headlined a fight night ever. Now we get him consistently. Half of these guys are getting 5 rounds. Let's see it. Co-main event though.
Also, flyweight fights are so much better when they're 5 rounds.
Oh my god, dude, I know. And it's like
they rarely gas if ever. They're fast as fuck. Their technique is usually on point. The output is high. I mean,
you got to have respect for him, man.
Yeah,
like,
no,
people that don't,
awesome.
I just don't get it. If you're not a flyweight fan, I remember watching. I would say it's DJ, so he's like the greatest of all time. So it's kind of hard to compare. But I remember watching DJ whenever he was in Kansas City, just watching him against Wilson Hayes. And I'm watching like, this guy's so fast. Like this guy is unreal fast. Like this is insane. Nonetheless, co-main event. This fight, neither one of these guys are gonna be fighting for a belt anytime soon, but it's a fun fight. Chris Duncan taking on Mateusz Rebecki.
Oh wait, did we even do our picks? I don't even think we did our picks.
Oh, I said Tara's gonna win. I'm assuming you're in line with me.
I don't know, dude.
Oh, are you gonna make a crazy pick right now?
I could see 100% Tara getting the fucking choke here.
Yeah,
but I think Park on the feet is a live dog.
Oh,
Tara gets hit. I'm not quite sure which way I lean. I'm gonna maybe say Park on this one.
Oh, that's crazy.
I'm in it for the hype.
I mean, he's a 3-1 dog. He's getting respect from the bettors. I'll say that 3-1 for short notice as an unranked guy is kind of crazy. So he's getting respect. But for me, we just haven't seen him fight anybody of this caliber, and I really struggle to see him winning on short notice. Granted, he was already in training camp, but
this is only a week early.
Yeah, Steve Erceg versus Tyra is a huge.
Oh no, it's a completely different.
Side note: Do we know if Steve Erceg's gotten a replacement yet?
Yeah, he's fighting Ode Osborne, which is kind of weird because I think like that's a must win for Ode.
That feels like. I mean, that's also kind of a must win for Astro Boy too, though. I mean, he's won.
It is, but I don't think I could see him getting cut from that fight. I could see Ode getting cut after this fight.
That's true. I mean,
which is kind of sad because I'm kind of down with Ode, but Ode's coming off a win, right?
He's coming off a win over Lucas Garul, who was 10-0. So
okay.
solid win, but before that he had lost 4 or 5, with 3 of those being by finish.
So maybe he resigned, maybe extended his contract.
Maybe we're bringing it back. Maybe he's bringing it back. But I mean, yeah, that's actually a fun fight. So I'm happy that one got booked. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nonetheless, man, Chris Duncan, Mateus Rebecki, 2 guys who are very, very fun, not ranked, not title contenders, but at the very least, when you have an Apex fight card like this, you want some sort of action in that main or co-main. And I will say that these fights should deliver on that front. I'm just going to go and cut straight to the chase. I think Chris Duncan's going to get the job done. I think he's 32. He's not I mean, actually, both these guys are the same age. I was about to say he's not the younger man, but both these guys are very, very fun. I just think he's the cleaner guy, and I think he's gonna get the job done. He's less likely to be drawn into the war.
I feel like he's a more complete fighter too.
Yes, and I also think he's less likely to be drawn into the war. I think Rebecki, dude, if you want to go to war, he'll go to war all fucking day.
Yeah.
I don't think that's Chris Duncan's style. So I think he's gonna probably play it safe and get the win. He's 1-2 in a row heading in. What do you think?
No, I think Chris Duncan should win this. By the way, I picked both underdogs on this. Both huge underdogs.
Really?
Yeah.
Chris Duncan he's actually a 2-1 underdog. I mean, that's not that shocking to me. I mean, Rebecca's coming off a high-profile win. But yeah, I'm a little bit surprised that he's an underdog. A little bit surprised, but not too crazy. But yeah, I mean, I'm very surprised you took Park. I mean, that's kind of crazy to me. But I mean, hey, dude, that makes it more fun.
I'm just my whole thought process is this guy is going in there with like nothing to lose. He has pop in the hands. The thing is, I am worried. Like once he gets grabbed, once like Tara's doing his thing, which I mean, we've
never seen him in that position.
He's a fucking wizard. You know, he's a fucking wizard. Like in the jiu-jitsu game, like he gets that fucking back. He's like fucking Velcro, dude, when he's on you.
Well, and also, granted, the competition. That's kind of the thing about Park Hyung-sung is like the competition level is not great at all.
Yeah.
The comp level. Carlos Fernandez is his best win, and Carlos Fernandez isn't even a ranked guy. He's a fun guy. I like him from what I've seen at 125, but he's not a ranked guy. For Park though, you still got to count 5 submission wins. He's a bit of a grappler in his own right. He's slick on the feet.
But is it on the level of Tatsuya Taira?
Exactly. We don't know yet, but that's the kind of thing we're gonna find out.
Because we know Taira's a wizard on the ground.
Yeah, and he's durable too. I mean, he's got the 5-round experience.
True, but can he take the Park punches?
That's the question. It's a fun fight.
That's why the fight's so fucking good, guys.
It's a great fight.
We're selling this shit, dude. The UFC should hire us.
Yeah, dude, come on. Like, do you really gotta have like a countdown show where they're just like they're all training, just like I've worked hard for this. This is my first UFC main event. You know, like dude, stop doing the countdown shows. Just give us a podcast, dude. I'll do the Johnny the Greek thing. I'll go on there. I'll be like, hey, I got Tatsuya Taira over 2.5 rounds. Be like, I'll do that. Why not?
Just give us Home Dog, who was the first lightweight champ.
First lightweight champ. What do you mean? Dean Thomas? No. Dean won the title. What am I saying?
No.
Who am I thinking of?
I see his face. Which is always
Jens Pulver.
Just give us Jens Pulver, dude. I think us three.
Man, I'd love to chop it up with Jens Pulver.
I feel like our dynamic would be great.
Yeah, I love Jens Pulver. Lil Evil. God, what a fucking legend. Nonetheless, man. This card, like I said, I think it drops off, but it's all
like young talent that you hope pops off.
Elvis Brenner, Esteban Ribovic. We got this is one of those fights where all right, let's hope so one of you guys can break through. In my case, I think it's Esteban Ribovic. I mean, high ceiling, but
he slowed down though with that loss to was it Nasrat?
Yes, I believe so.
And the thing is, if he wins that, I mean, I think Esteban's like next opponent would have been ranked without a doubt.
Yeah, well, and Nasrat half press is a really tricky guy, so
and he's kind of stringing them together himself again, right?
Exactly. So I'll give him a break on that one. But this is a fight against Elvis Brenner. You should win. Elvis Brenner's a fun guy, but I think Ribovic has a much higher ceiling. But we'll see, man. We'll see.
I think Brenner's game though.
Yeah, absolutely. Carol Hossa, Nora Kunole.
I like Nora. I like her fight style.
I like Nora. I mean, higher ceiling. I think she's 35. She's young in her career, but time's ticking whenever you get into your mid-30s. So let's see if she can put it together quick and get some wins. Neil Magny, Elizeu dos Santos. Dude, the fact that Neil Magny is 37, we're still talking about him fighting, is just unreal.
I think I looked. These guys have never fought, which is also crazy.
Yeah. 37 versus 38, dude.
Like, it feels like this fight should have already happened. I'm
It
excited.
does.
This is a fun old guy fight.
It's a fun old guy fight. Neil Magny, one of the greatest welterweights of all time. I mean, it's kind of funny to think about. Like, he's just stat padding at this point. Like, all in terms of like time stats and most bouts and most wins and all that stuff. Let's see if he can put one together. I mean, he beat Mike Malott last year, and that, you know, he got fucked up at 2 fights after that. That could go down as kind of his last great win, but I'm a Neil Magny fan, man. Let's see if we can bring it back. Zalesko dos Santos looks, that shitty fight, he looked pretty washed. But I don't know, man. He's such a tricky guy, and he did murder Zach Scroggins, Casey native, before that. So who knows? Nonetheless, Danny Silva, Kevin Vallejos.
That's the 145 prospect right there.
Yeah, I love me some Kevin Vallejos, man.
I think he's like, that's the next Argentine talent you're looking at outside of our girl Eileen Perez.
Oh,
but she's
man.
winning though. She's
She's
winning.
winning.
Like, as much as we joke about it, she's winning.
I mean, and you know what, dude? I'll give her credit because if you're dude, the biggest thing that women's MMA struggles with is they just don't have a presence online. Like, it feels like there's a lot of them are stuck in the 2000s where they just don't promote fights.
Granted, her approach is unique to maybe what
I
a lot of
mean,
women want to do. Let's to be
OnlyFans
respectful, right?
aside, she was talking shit about Kayla Harrison. She was calling out Juliana Pena.
She was talking shit to Tracy Cortez.
She was calling out Norma Dumont. Like, she's calling out everybody.
Right,
She's
Tracy's
talking
way
shit.
down, but still.
Yeah, but she talks that ish and she tries to. She puts on fun fights.
No. She is trying to market herself.
It's
in
crazy,
the fight game.
dude. It's crazy because, like, let's say Amanda Nunes doesn't come back, she might be fighting for the UFC title. Like, you look at the division, it's Pena, Pennington, Vieira, Dumont, Chason, Aldana, and then it's either
the fact that a potential UFC champion could have corner herself off on the internet, just like out there, is like it's
kind of crazy.
It's true though.
It's kind of crazy.
I mean, War Machine fought too, but
I can't make jokes. I want to make so many
No,
jokes.
no,
but
I
I'm
know.
not. I'm gonna protect my bank account. I'm not gonna say anything, but I'll tell you. Oh man, Anyway,
you got a crazy joke or a crazy story for me later?
Oh man, I'll mute it. All right, yeah. So we're back. Yeah. So yeah, I like the rest of this card. I mean, Rinya Nakamura, Nathan Fletcher. I still like Rinya Nakamura.
I like Nathan Fletcher too.
Yeah,
I'm a fan.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of this fight. I also like the fight underneath it. Rodolfo Vieira, Trayshawn Gore. For Trayshawn Gore, is this the last shot?
This is do or die for both guys, I think.
Yes. Mr. Vicious coming off that fight against Marco Tulio, which was just a fucking war.
Well, actually, I'm looking at it. Rodolfo's, his record's not bad, actually.
No. But for Trayshawn Gore, I mean, is this a kind of it? Like, he's 2-3 in the UFC, coming off of the knockout loss. He's been very inactive.
He can't afford to lose, and it's injuries, and it's been other things, but he needs this one. He needs to go in there and get this one. Like, every fight from here on out is win. I mean, this is a guy who has, like, an insane story, won the Ultimate Fighter, didn't have a lot of fights on his record, and was talking a big game, talking double champ, talking all this stuff. Dude, I mean, I like him. I think he's a likable dude. I think he has a fun style when he's on. It's just a matter of, can you stay healthy? Can you build up these wins and beat the right opponents at the right time? And dude, it's 85. It's not going to take long to build up really quick.
Yeah.
I mean, 2-3 fights, you're there. You're there in the 15.
Exactly. I mean, he's 5-3 and like a 6-3. They have him on UFC.com because they count the tough fights or whatever. He's interesting, man. In that Marco Tulio fight, whenever he lost, he really showed that, like, he kind of got fucked up in that one late, but like he dropped at one point and kind of showed the lack of experience. Like, I think if he had 10 more fights, he finishes in that first round. He pounces on it, but he didn't. Trayshawn Gore, though, I like this fight a lot. It seems like it's Rodolfo Vieira to kind of take. Trayshawn Gore is still very inexperienced, but thing is, though, man, he's so explosive that you don't know. He's such a raw talent. I really wonder, like, if he doesn't win tough, he fought like 5 more times in the regional scene where he'd be. But when that opportunity comes, you got to take it. Nick Klein versus Andre Puliev. I like this. I like Nick Klein. I think Nick Klein's a lot of fun. I don't know how far he's going to go, but I mean, he's a fun dude. I like him. 6-2. Austin Bashi, John Yennis. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about Austin Bashi, Angel? Are you a fan of Austin Bashi?
Yeah. Young talent. He looks good. He's so young. So raw.
I mean, he's 13-1 and he's younger than us.
By the way, I think he came on short notice for that C-Rod fight, or it might have been scheduled. I don't know, but he was game in that one.
He was.
Like, C-Rod won that, but dude, that kid gave it his best shot. Like, 22 years of age, making your debut in the UFC. Like, dude, you should be proud of that performance. He didn't get the win, but you really should be.
Yeah, there's no shame whatsoever in losing to C-Rod. C-Rod is a very good dude.
Also, he's a very yo-yo-y guy. Like, there's moments where he's like stringing them together, getting the wins, and then there's moments where he doesn't get the like the wins when he needs them.
Exactly. Nonetheless, man, I like the fight a lot. You take a look at the rest of the card. Now you're down to Rafael Estevan. I apologize for mispronouncing the name. Taking on Felipe Bunes at 125 pounds. Any new flyweight talent, I'll take it. Anybody on the rise, I'll take it. Best division in the UFC right now. I don't care. Argue with the wall. And then opening up the card, Pierre Rodriguez taking on Caitlin Souza. Caitlin Souza, 29 years old. Decent prospect, but admittedly, once you lose to Angela Hill, it's kind of like... Granted, Angela Hill is still fucking tricky at 37, so I'm not going to try and be that mean. But yeah, both these are two young gals who have had some success, some loss in the UFC. We'll see where they can rise. So, nonetheless, man, that's it for, unless you wanted to mention anything else about this UFC Vegas one.
No, we went in depth, dude. We were deep in these cards.
We did. A few news pieces to talk about, admittedly not a lot. We're going to hit off with PFL 8.
Wow.
Yeah, we're hitting off with PFL 8. PFL 8 going down, I believe, Friday night from the Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City, New Jersey, one of the worst cities in America.
Goddamn.
Just being brutal straight off the bat. I mean,
goddamn, Josh.
I was, it's a rough city. It's a rough
at
city.
6 p.m. Eastern time.
It's fallen. Yeah, I mean, look, this is the welterweight finals, the featherweight finals. And look, there's some fun fights on here. I'm not going to lie. I really like the main and the co-main, but
the card falls off pretty hard afterwards.
Extremely hard, save for Nathan Kelly, I think, at featherweight on the prelims and a couple other fights.
Jordan Newman in there, who has a decent talent.
There you go.
Yves Londu, who's kind of like a long-time French kind of journeyman that the Bellator had and fought in their, I guess, just Europe in general.
No. Nonetheless, my main event, Thad Gene, Logan Storley.
Wow.
I love this fight.
I mean, Thad Gene, I think he has to be the Cinderella story of this tournament, right?
I think he's I guess you could say this for almost any PFL story, but one of the most under-discussed stories in MMA.
He might be, and this is not even exaggerating, he might be breakout fighter of the year.
If he wins this one, I mean, I'm not going to spoil my picks for the end of the year, but he might be. Yeah, he might be.
I mean, we're talking about a PFL homegrown talent, obviously getting the important wins.
This is a guy who came off the PFL Challenger Series.
Right.
Which, who watched the PFL Challenger Series? I don't. No offense to him, but, dude, he came in off of that. He backed himself into this kind of situation here, and he's showing the power. But he's also showed that he's all around a just very good fighter. I mean, that Jason Jackson win was very good.
He is young though. You see some of that, maybe that little bit more time in there, dude. Maybe these wins are decisive. Maybe that Jason Jackson win doesn't come down to a split.
Exactly. I mean, he's 27 years old, 10 fights deep.
Also, he's gonna be fucking huge in there, dude. He's 6'2", fighting 5'9" Logan Storley.
Yeah, and I'll say this: is this fight 3 rounds or 5 rounds?
5, dude. It's championship fight, baby.
Just double checking. That benefits Logan Storley a lot. I feel like we're going to learn a lot about that Gene in 5 rounds. Logan Storley, it's easy to forget because he kind of struggled near the end of the Bellator run, but at one point he was a Bellator champion. It looked like it was the real deal. I thought he lost that fight to MVP, but what are you going to do? He lost to Amaslav, then he lost another fight. He's an interesting guy at this point in his run. He's put it together. He's won 3 decisions in a row in the PFL, but he doesn't look that crazy impressive in any of them. But here's your opportunity to go out there, become the PFL champion, or at least a tournament champion. Put some stuff together. But I like the co-main event in terms of entertainment. Co-main event even better. Jesus Pinedo, 29 years old, out of Peru, one of their homegrown talents. Very, very fun. Taking on Mavlid Kayabalev? I apologize for mispronouncing the name.
By the way, a guy who got cut short in the UFC, he only had 2 fights. He went 1-1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, correct, man. Correct. And he's PFL homegrown talent. I'm aware that he had the UFC run, but I don't really consider him a UFC guy.
No. I'm just saying the guy who did get to find the UFC and his run in the UFC got cut short.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he beat Devin Powell, who was a decent win at that time. I mean, decent depth guy back in 2018. And then he lost to John McDessie in a close fight. It is what it is. And then he got cut. He ended up going to PFL. He's had some fun fights. He fought Gabriel Braga 3 times and 3 fucking bangers. So if you guys have not seen that trilogy, go ahead and watch that. And Movlid is 34 years old, out of Russia. And this guy's a killer. I mean, he's 23-0-1, and technically won no contest in there as well. He lost to Daniel,
but people don't talk about that one, right?
He lost to Daniel Pineda, but that one was overturned because Daniel Pineda tested positive for everything under the.
I remember that.
Yeah, everything under the shelf. So yeah, man. But since then, he's beaten some good names: Lance Palmer, Brandon Loughnane, Chris Wade, Jeremy Kennedy, and now he's got himself in this position to fight for $500,000. I like this fight, man. Should be fun. PFL, I mean, they don't. I forgot this fight card was happening until like right now, but I like the main of the co-main.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's kind of sad because I feel like throughout the year they've actually been able to build like pretty decent cards. I mean, granted, the tournament plays a big part in that, right?
Yeah,
because you're already having these guys who are really good matchup against each other.
Yeah,
and now it's kind of at the end. You got the championship fights lined up, which are really good, but your undercards are now lacking.
Yeah,
which is just really unfortunate because the whole year we were kind of spoiled in the sense of like the entertainment value. Promotional is a different story, but like the quality of the fights was chef's kiss.
Exactly. And I'll say this card's not that great. I will say that I like their PFL 9 card next month a lot more. That one's going down from Charlotte at the Bojangles Coliseum. That's Godspeed Rabadov taking on Alfie Davis, Liz Carmouche, Janet Bishop, Marceli Alves, Justin Wetzel, Mad Burnell, Robert Watley, and then also Juliana Velasquez on that one, Biagio Ali Walsh on that one. So this is kind of one of the weaker PFL finale cards, but I kind of like that they're spreading the finales out throughout the year as opposed to just having it on one. Because I feel like when you have them all on one, it's a lot of guys. And a lot of guys get overlooked. There's a lot of good stories that have not been discussed. So, but look, man, hey man, if Thad Gene wins on Friday, talk of the MMA world for a day. You know what I mean? So that's something. And then the PFL 10 card happening later that month as well. There's a couple other good names on there as well. So. For the PFL, you guys have a chance to close out your year very, very strongly, and I'm assuming they're probably going to book one of those showcase cards at some point after this. So we'll see, man. We'll see.
Also, we've been waiting for Ngannou news now for a minute. Granted, there's been
I don't know if Francis Ngannou's ever going to fight again at this point. I mean, it's
yeah, he's had a lot going on in his life, unfortunately.
He's had a lot going on, and more than just a lot going on. Like he made a lot of money, man. He made a lot of money. I don't know. We'll see. Because I love Francis Ngannou, and it feels like it'd be such a layup for him to fight. Because I feel like there's rumors he was going to fight Rico Verhoeven for a minute there.
Deontay Wilder,
and then Deontay won. And I was like kind of expecting some talk, and then like it's been all quiet. So kind of unfortunate, but what are you gonna do, man? What are you gonna do? A couple of other quick things to hit. In fact, there's only a couple of things I'm actually gonna go ahead and hit because I actually didn't have any news pulled up because there's actually nothing that's really happened this week.
Outside of like the obtended like Frankensteining of this fucking card at the end with the main event.
Yeah, basically. Aaron Pico. We'll talk about this. Aaron Pico, one of the biggest stories in MMA going right now. A guy that is very, very young, but he's hitting his prime. UFC 319. He was originally expected to face Movsar Evloev on what fight night was that? The UFC Abu Dhabi. So just would have been this past week. Instead, UFC 319, that fight will be happening next month.
Dude, I forgot we got Raw to that.
Yeah, dude. And it's going to be the co-main event of Khamzat Chimaev versus Duplessis. They're giving him the co-main spot in the UFC debut against Lerone Murphy, man. An undefeated guy who is 34 years old, hitting his prime, 16-0. I love this fight, man. What do you make of it?
It's almost a little bit more exciting with the opponent change. I'm not going to lie. I think, like, altogether, I think if you just would have gave me Lerone Murphy or Aaron Pico, it would have been like, okay, cool. But, like, the fact that he's going from fighting one style to a completely different style fight, and then this guy's coming in on short notice from England, cutting weight, getting the co-main slot. I mean, it's a lot.
And also, let's just say this. It opens up so many. I feel like this is a way better matchup if you're an Aaron Pico fan.
Yeah, it's a way different fight though.
Yeah, it is. But I mean,
and mainly because of Lerone Murphy, because we've talked about this on the show. Lerone Murphy is one of those guys that he does what he needs to do to win a fight.
What matters to him, he's the Leon Edwards of like 2021. He's gonna go out there, he'll outpoint you. He doesn't give a fuck with the crowd's booing.
Yeah, no, like, he's a touch and go guy. It's just a fact. But hey, he's pretty damn good at that.
He's really good at that. And dude, this is one of those cards. It's like, God, man. Like, let's talk about this real quickly. This 5-5 main card is fucking sick, dude. Like, it's not like filled to the brim with title contenders, but like, here's the main. DDP Khamzat, one of the greatest fights of the year. Murphy Pico, insane. Jeff Neal, Carlos Prates, those guys might kill each other. Literally. Jared Cannonier, Michael Venom Page, strikers. I mean, that's just such a fun.
And
style
both
of
older
clash.
guys, kind of like appropriate matchmaking, right?
And then
there?
opening up the card, Tim Elliott, Kaya Sakura. I mean, is that
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Yeah, dude, you go down. Dude, this
By the
whole
way,
card.
did we call that?
I think we did. Yeah, we were
Holy
like, let's
shit.
be a fun fight. We should go back and listen to it because I'm 99% sure we did. mention
Dude, what the
Tim Elliott.
fuck? Yo, chat.
Yeah. Yo, chat. Are they listening? Is UFC listening? Is Dana? Dana? Are you listening right now?
Tim
Dana,
like,
Dana, if you're listening right now, go out to the UFC press conference next time out and just blink.
by the way, if you didn't tell me, I could see that being like a Ryzen main event, like Kaya Sakura, Tim Elliott.
Dude, yes,
It's like-
yes.
It's like, wait, oh, yeah.
Dude, we also got to talk about. I actually didn't mean to highlight the entire card, but now that I brought the main card, I kind of got to. Bobby Green, Carlos Diego Ferreira, Gerald Mishar, Michelle Olioshchuk, Jessica Andrade, Lupi Godinez, Chase Hooper, Alexander Hernandez. Now we're going to the early prelims. Barboza taking on Drakkar Close, Nerlston Razabiov, Brian Battle, and Kareen Silva, JJ Aldridge. That is
wait,
one
who's
of the
battle
most...
fighting yet?
Nerlston
Oh, he's-
Razabiov.
He's at 85 now, yeah.
Yeah.
They stacked this card to the tits, dude.
Dude, that's crazy. That's a crazy card. Hey, man, maybe we'll make the drive down to Chi-Town for this one. We're going to Chirac.
You're gonna go to Chirac for
Go to
this?
Chirac?
God,
man.
dude, I love.
But yeah, what a card. I'm psyched for it. Shout out Aaron Pico. That's such a good fight. I
Dude.
could not be more
And by the
excited.
way, those guys at Jackson, like in TJ, like the guys working with TJ's conditioning coach, Sam Calvino, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, you got Chimaev, Pico there, TJ still working out, fucking Rampage doing some stuff with Calvino too. I mean, those guys they're conditioned. Like, I'm actually genuinely curious to see how Pico and Chimaev's conditioning looks during this fight.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. It's an incredible fight card, and now we're just a few weeks away from it. But nonetheless, man, we do have two small things to go ahead and discuss.
Did some shit just break while we were on air?
Something that I don't really want to talk about for obvious reasons, but I mean, if you
Can you just show it to me? Oh my god, did it just break like while we were here?
Yes, literally 10:15 a.m. So about half an hour.
Maybe we should give it like a week to simmer, and then we'll talk about it.
We'll talk about this in a week because I want to see what other people have to say about this and other statements. But some legal stuff just
Holy
dropped,
shit!
which
Like
I'm sure by
like
the
just
time,
now?
literally, yeah, I got reported 10:15 a.m. according to the MMA Junkie. So there we go.
I gotta get on Twitter, dude. I gotta start doing my own little research.
There you go. There you go. That's funny because I was actually going to mention about something else because he's actually made news for a completely different reason this past week. But we'll talk about, fuck it. We'll just cut straight into him. Conor McGregor. We're not going to talk about the other side of it for obvious reasons, legal reasons. But Conor McGregor making headlines because yesterday, Angel, I'm not sure if you saw the news. John made headlines the previous week for this. He's now officially back in the USADA testing pool. He was tested on his yacht yesterday, Angel. Yeah, you're shaking your head. You're just like, I'm not falling for it. I've seen your tricks one too many times.
I said it, dude. I can't remember if it was a year or two ago. I was like, if Conor doesn't fight this year, he's not fighting ever again. And clear, and I was right.
I think it was the Chandler one when we got booked for 303. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna. I mean, whatever version of Conor McGregor we would get would just be. I mean, I don't even know what type of version of Conor we'd get. I mean, it would be. He'd presumably be pretty bad. I mean, he's 37 years old now. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. If you look up his Wikipedia pages, it goes when he was born, his nickname, his occupation, and then criminal charges. 20 plus criminal charges for Conor McGregor.
Holy
Jesus
shit.
Christ. Oh my God. He's putting up stats. It's like he's fucking playing in the NFL, dude. They got his.
Oh my God.
Somebody,
That's so bad.
That's crazy.
That's
Even
so bad.
John Jones doesn't have that, dude. That's
Dang.
crazy.
Dude, is he beating John? Well, granted, John is also, if John's all shit would like actually, went the other way, maybe his numbers would be up there,
That's true. Yeah. I don't know, dude. Hey, it's peak versus longevity. I feel like Conor's only been getting arrested for a few years now, and John's been getting arrested for 15. So peak versus long. It's Jordan versus LeBron, dude.
Also, Conor isn't like fully getting caught red-handed, and like John is like quite literally like on the phone sounding insane.
John said that wasn't him. Okay,
we've actually seen John in handcuffs. Dude, getting arrested.
John with the shaggy defense. It wasn't me. It might have been my phone number, but it wasn't me.
Regardless, continue.
Yeah, Conor McGregor, who's still apparently running for president of Ireland.
I mean,
he
clearly, Josh, these kind of allegations, or I mean, maybe not allegations at this point. With the news,
the civil court ruling. Yeah, I mean,
but
Jesus, yeah.
Holy fuck, dude! I don't know what to make of this.
I don't know. There every day in combat sports, I get on here and I'm like, I don't know what to say about like almost any of this sometimes. You know what I mean? Like where he might fight at the White House, Angel. I give Conor way more of a chance.
MMA is the wildest sport, dude.
Dude, yeah, I mean, you're not getting this in the NBA. You're not getting this stuff.
Dude, from fucking pancration in fucking Japan to BKFC, which is not necessarily MMA, but like a branch that derives from it, to Roger Huerta knocking out a fucking college D1 linebacker, War Machine, John Jones, Conor McGregor peak, like Oliveira Rise, Ilia Topuria. Like, what the fuck is this sport sometimes?
Literally, dude. It is that's one of the reasons why, like, you know,
this shit's a movie, dude.
To use the old Max Kellerman line, like, Angel, what's your favorite sport? If you had to say one.
Say one.
Yeah.
Oh, one that I always go to. Fuck, I mean, MMA's up there. It's either MMA or soccer.
So just say soccer.
Let's just say soccer.
Let's just say soccer. No, it's not. It's combat sports. Combat sports is your favorite sport.
I mean, yeah. Genuinely.
If you're watching two guys on the street and two are playing soccer and two are just throwing blows in the alley, you're looking in the alley. That's what you're doing. Conor McGregor, he's going out there and he's getting arrested every week. He's going in there. He's wearing the mink coat worth $1 million, showing up 20 minutes late to the press conference, saying F you to everybody in the crowd. And then he gets in the cage and just either gets brutalized or he wins. Like, it is the craziest sport on the planet. He has 4 children. Let's just throw that out there. He has a family. But then, like, it's like last week I saw him with another woman on the beach in Florida. Like, it was like a whole thing, you know? Like, craziest story of all time. Was the guy that went from being a plumber who was, like, on government assistance to being a billionaire. And he's back in the USADA testing pool. So I'll just close it out with saying, and I know your answer, and I'm with you. Like, I should ask 2 questions. 1, what is your interest level in watching Conor McGregor fight again? And B, do you think that he will fight again? Because at this point, now we're getting back into the tease element of it. He's back in the USADA testing pool for the first time since he pulled out before he fought Chandler. You know what I mean? Like, what do you think? Do you think it could happen?
No.
we're just gonna call it there. We're gonna say that it's not gonna happen. If he does come back, like, what do you do? Because let's be honest here, if he comes back, it's gonna be for that White House card.
Can he even come back after we're just broke on the news? Like, I know we're not talking about it. We're kind of avoiding it like the plague here, but
I mean, yeah. Are you not, dude?
He's like, do you not watch the sport?
Do you not look around? Like, dude, like, we've lost. If you're like a good person in society, you've lost, bro. It's done. We're cooked. Like, P. Diddy's getting a pardon, dude. Like, what are we?
I mean, Cedric Dumas fights like 3 times in the year in the UFC.
Dude, he, like, literally, whenever he can get the house arrest monitor off. Yes, Cedric Dumas is competing in the UFC. Like, if you're a good person, we've lost. We lost the war of being, you know what I mean? Like, it's over. So, yes, Conor McGregor could still fight at the White House card. In fact, I give him more of a chance than John Jones even. Because John Jones, he's not going to fight Tom Aspinall, and that's realistically the only fight for him. With Conor McGregor at this point in time, you can book him against realistically anybody. You can put him against Nate Diaz if he wants to come back, Ilia Topuria, Max Holloway. I mean, there's so many options. So, I don't think it's going to happen. I mean, it's kind of a mute subject. You know what I mean? It's kind of no point talking about it, but he is back in the USADA testing pool, so theoretically it could happen.
I will say one tiny credit to him. Yes. It is 2025 and we're still talking about him.
Yes. I mean, he still is the biggest star that the sport has, and there's not a close number 2 yet. You know what I mean? So, we'll see what happens. Anything else we would want to talk about before we duck out of here, man?
No, wrap it up, King.
Yep. Hope you guys enjoy this episode. I'm at Josh Soundoff on Twitter. He's at Angel Ortega _01 at Courtside Sound for all things related to the show. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you next week. Enjoy the fights. Peace.